And to wrap up the week, lesson 2.3. This week we've seen three different types of problems. I'm not going to work them out, but just give a brief discussion for each one or a brief overview of each one. For each one, we consider the three questions: what value is attached, what operation shown. So hopefully right now you are to the point where you can look here and see that 13 is attached to G. Hopefully you recognize with this that this is multiplication, and that the opposite operation is division, and that if you were going to solve this, you would put divided by 13, G equals 2, or whatever we would do there. Hopefully you can look at this one and recognize when it says what value is attached, that it's T minus 11, which means negative 11 is attached, that it's subtraction, and that the way we would move this is with addition, and that would give us the answer. Not going to answer the third because it gets weird, but again, this one here, hopefully you recognize that 51 is with B, that the operation is addition, and that we would subtract 51. Again, we're not going to get into that because we're not getting into negatives yet, but again, hopefully you can see those three things before we move to the fourth and final type of problem. It focuses on the decision that we make when we are faced with a division problem. Be sure to train your eyes so you learn to read off of instinct. Again, let's just go ahead and get started and see what happens. W over 13, that means divided by. W divided by 13 equals 24 is how you read that. So what value is with W? Obviously W is with the value of 13. The operation being shown here because of this fraction is division. The opposite operation of division is multiplication. So how do we solve by moving the value? In order to get rid of this 13, we will multiply both sides using parentheses to show multiplication by 13. So what you will put is times 13 times 13. We'll get into all that stuff when we actually get more into all the work, but again, times 13 times 13. What happens is when you take 13 here divided by 13 on the bottom, it actually ends up with 1, which means it go away. That thing you just saw is no good, but again, that goes away. W comes down. We now do 24 times 13, which is 312. But again, to get rid of a division, you multiply by 13. The way we show multiplication is with a parentheses. So write this example down. I would at least write this example down so you know what to write. But again, the way we get rid of this 13 is by multiplying and trusting that it does go away, because it does go away. I can show you more later when we get into all the other stuff, but for right now, again, view this as a game, and we are simply learning rules to win the game. 14 equals R over 27. Again, that means R divided by 27. So what value is with R? That would be the 27. What operation is being shown is division, because that's R divided by 27. The opposite of division is multiplication. And again, on your 4 boxes, to solve this, you're going to have to say I'm moving the 27 by putting 27 in parentheses, which means times 27. From there, 14 times 27 is 378. And again, the 27s go away, leaving us with just R. Again, box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. You must put the parentheses in there in order to get credit for showing that multiplication. So just make sure you adjust to that, and I think you should be good. Your quiz tomorrow will have one of each type of problem. Best way to prepare is to be sure you've asked me about any issues before you take the quiz. So I won't say one of each type, but it'll have each type of problem covered. Just make sure that you're ready to answer them. Again, remember, it is your responsibility to ask for assistance, not my responsibility to make you do it. So again, I do hope that you're picking up your decision-making skills as you're starting to say, hey, I don't get this, so I'll email Mr. Bradley, not, hey, I don't get this, so I just won't do it. That is not a good choice. So please make sure you're increasing on all that stuff. And other than that, again, another 5-minute video, easy day. Go over to your homework. Again, ask me any questions that you have. It is a high number of problems, but again, just make sure you ask about it, and I'll help you out as fast as I can. Have a good day. Good luck.